Welcome to this video on RPA, an introduction to the adoption and implementation. In this short video, we will define RPA, explain how RPA works, identify the areas where RPA can be highly effective, analyze the high-value use cases of RPA in government, list the impact and advantages of RPA, and identify the limitations of RPA. Every year, around 8 crore citizens of India file their income tax on web portal. The IT department must review each file, consolidate, and return if extra tax is paid. That's a lot of data that the IT department must process. If one file takes 1 hour to process, imagine the number of hours, number of employees, human errors, and turnaround time for processing 8 crore files. A large e-commerce site ships around 1.6 million packages daily, around 66,000 orders per hour or 18.5 orders per second. If this documentation was done manually, can you imagine the human error percentage or cost involved in hiring people to oversee this process across various levels? Do you remember how easy it was to generate your COVID vaccination certificates? Can you imagine the number of people and infrastructure required if this process was done manually across the nation? Well, this is exactly where robotics process automation or RPA comes in. When we think of automation or robots, the initial image that comes to mind is that of physical, mechanical robots found in industrial settings, moving about and executing tasks as instructed, such as lifting boxes, operating equipment, and assembling parts. But when referring to RPA, it refers to robots that operate within a computer, performing tasks that a human employee typically performs. As employees open any software or application on the computer, similarly, the bots can open applications, input data, fetch data, generate reports, and send emails. Every organization has a lot of data coming from vendors, customers, partners, social media, etc. Many times, this data is unstructured. For example, organizations get lots of invoices from various vendors. All these invoices will be of different layouts, sizes, and fields. Employees of these organizations must go through each invoice and enter data in their systems like SAP, Salesforce, etc. As the structure of every invoice would be different, it needs cognitive technology to extract the data like invoice number, invoice data, line item total, subtotal, total amount, etc. Finally, it needs RPA to structure and consolidate this data. Let us see how RPA works. RPA helps to automate the processes in the organization. Every company has its own set of processes in different departments and verticals. If observed, some of these processes contain repetitive steps that an employee needs to perform repeatedly. For example, in the accounts payable process, an accountant in the company needs to extract information from bills or invoices, consolidate the data in Excel, and later enter the same data in the ERP system. Imagine an employee doing the repetitive, mundane task for 1,000 invoices. As this process is repetitive and contains a large amount of data, this becomes an ideal use case for implementing RPA. So, to implement RPA, you need to follow these steps. Identify a process that contains a repetitive set of actions. Identify business rules to be added. Identify the manual steps that the employee does on the computer. Train the bot to perform the same steps as the employee does, and the process is automated. Let us look at a few examples to understand the RPA process in detail. Regional Transport Office or RTO receives 100 plus applications daily for new or renewal of licenses, transfer of motor vehicle ownership, duplicate licenses, safety certificates, etc. All these forms are handwritten and need to enter the data into the system, which is again time-consuming and human errors may occur. The RTO can scan these documents and execute the bot, which will fetch the information from scanned documents and input data into systems. Many call centers or customer care centers record phone calls for training and quality purposes, creating a large audio data set within the organization. However, manually transcribing these audio files can be time-consuming. RPA helps you use APIs from different vendors like Google's automatic speech recognition, IBM Watson's speech-to-text, and various other services. The audio files can be uploaded to these APIs and a transcript can be generated. Further, the customer care employees can verify and evaluate instead of typing the entire script. Which areas do you think the RPA can be highly effective in? Well, RPA can be highly effective in the areas such as automation of data collection from multiple sources, validating information from paper-based forms, automated customer query resolution, fraud detection by recognizing patterns, strict adherence to compliance, and unprecedented process speeds. RPA is ready to work within every department and function across legacy systems. Let us look at a few high-value use cases in the government. In procurement, the Chief Acquisition Officers use RPA in the following areas: requirements research and quote validation, accounts opening and closing verification, order confirmation, PO processing, front-end or back-end systems data transfer, accounts payable, that is intake, verification, process, payment, audits, report processing, vendor scorecards, anti-fraud monitoring, requisition order processing, reporting and tracking, and help desk. While carrying out the financial processes, the Chief Financial Officers use RPA in the following areas: checking improper payments, historical data acquisition, consolidation or integration, budget forecasting, planning and execution processes, fund allocation and distribution, reconciliations, year-end closing and reports, tax calculations, data management and payment tracking, travel booking and expenses, journal data entry, help desk. The Chief Human Capital Officers of Human Resources efficiently use RPA for recruitment and hiring, PARs, onboarding, employment verification and authorization, offboarding, termination or retirement processing, payroll processing, benefits calculations and management, security background clearances, and help desk. All healthcare agencies use RPA in areas such as appointment scheduling, insurance claim management, hospital management, hospital workflow automation, optimal care delivery, better patient experience, and better employee satisfaction, and results in 65% time savings. The mission process agencies use RPA for inspections to carry out account tracking, data acquisition and validation, findings processing, report distribution and settlement processing, claim processing and casework records management, claims opening and closing, data intake, complaint processing, claims adjustments, authorization and payment processing, cybersecurity, consular services, grants management, processing tax returns and distributing refunds, and call centers. What will be the impact and advantages of implementing RPA in various industries? Well, implementing RPA will result in improved service quality due to better accuracy and customer service, enhanced compliance because of reduced human error, unprecedented speed levels, increased agility by reducing overhead costs and flexibility, reduced human and infrastructure costs associated with mundane jobs by a fraction of the original costs, elimination of human errors, extensive insights by digitizing and auditing multiple processes, and increased productivity through higher retention rates and better employee satisfaction levels. Despite its mind-boggling features, RPA has certain limitations. RPA is a technology that brings in automation within business processes with the help of bots or robots to increase efficiency and productivity while saving costs and reducing unnecessary expenses. But even then, there are several things that an RPA cannot perform. An RPA may struggle to interpret data from scanned documents accurately if the document quality is poor due to the large font size or depth. Furthermore, CAPTCHAs are designed to block bots from operating, so an RPA can't read them. Additionally, handwriting and customer-filled forms remain beyond the capabilities of RPA technology. To conclude, RPA can both minimize errors and improve efficiency. And moving forward, it will be critical for creating a seamless operational environment. Hope you liked this video and thank you for watching. Don't forget to tune into our other video case studies.
Thank you for your completion. Stay informed with WITP's tailor-made online courses at igotkarmyogi.gov.in. Enroll to lead with knowledge, explore practical courses on emerging technologies. Deep dive into real-world applications through the WITP Digital Library and WITP YouTube channel. Your learning journey continues towards a tech-savvy, future-ready government service. Jai Hind.